Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Franco 7, the show where we ask an invited guest 7 questions. Today we have with us Erica Wark, stylist, blogger, TV fashion expert. Welcome, Erica.
That was a good title.
Are you ready for the 7 questions?
I am totally ready.
Question 1. Where were you born and where do you call home today?
So I was born in Nepean, Ottawa, and now I'm currently residing downtown Ottawa. So I haven't moved very far.
All right. Question 2. Who is today's it girl? The woman who personifies the pulse of the moment.
Oh, that's a good question. You know what? This shocks me to say this, but I think Miley Cyrus is sort of the it girl right now. I mean, her style transformation has been unbelievable, and she's really channeling that whole punk 90s grunge theme, but in a really classic, stylish way. So I think she's my pick.
All right. Question 3. Compare and contrast the fashion DNA of Ottawa versus Toronto.
It's very different. Okay, so the contrast, I mean, definitely in Toronto, there's a lot more creativity. And there's also a lot more options. You know, Ottawa's a lot smaller, and Toronto and Montreal are more the fashion capitals of Canada as opposed to Ottawa. So I think there's just a lot more variety for people to be a little bit more daring with their style. To compare, I guess if you were to walk down Bay Street and like Spark Street, so the financial districts of the two cities, I'd say they were similar in the sense of you're seeing a lot of suits and pencil skirts and, you know, very classic silhouettes, but I definitely think Toronto might have one up on us in terms of creativity.
All right. Question 4. You're a blogger and part of the new media reality. What is the future of old school journalism in hardcopy magazines?
Another great question. It's hard to say, but I definitely think we are moving to a world where it's going to be mostly online. I think, unfortunately, print will probably in the next 10 years be obsolete. I mean, I don't know. I've noticed a lot of magazines are now so much focused on their online presence. I think it's incredibly important, especially social media. And I also think that consumers have more of a voice online as opposed to in print. Before you would have to write into the editor, whereas now you can just tweet the editor and you get that instant interaction, which I think is a lot more fun, and it definitely keeps brands and editors on their toes and really listening to what the viewers want. So I think it's a really positive influence, and I think it's going to be a very communicative environment that will make for better stories, better articles, better videos, better fashion.
Great answer. Question 5. What was the first record or iTunes that you ever bought?
Oh, wow. That is let me think.
No shame in any answer.
You know what? I think it was Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill, back in the 90s. That was a fantastic
And she's
CD.
from Nepean, isn't she?
She is. She's from Ottawa. I think that was probably my first that I can think of. I also was obsessed with TLC in the 90s, too.
Question 6. If you could style anyone in history from all time, who would you choose?
Oh my gosh. There's so many. Well, I think someone like Madonna would be pretty cool to style. But then on the other random side, I feel like someone like Andy Warhol would be like really cool to style in terms of an eclectic variety of people to style. And then I really love the classics like Audrey Hepburn. I mean, she was somebody so incredibly special. So I'd have to say, but number 1, I'd say Madonna.
All right. Last question. What city do you predict will be the fashion capital in 20 years?
than 20 years. That's so tough. I'm gonna say, I think New York will always be up there. But I think in terms of designers, it seems like a lot of people are going back to the basics and getting their things made in Italy. So I feel like Italy is going to have a resurgence over the next couple decades.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Erica.
Thank you. That was so fun.